Hey, good afternoon. Great to be with you guys after a really good week, productive last week against the Niners. It was really cool to make some plays there to impact the game. We had the fumble recovery and the long kickoff return, and so that's really, really neat when you can play that kind of complimentary football. And then the 2 days with the Rams has been outstanding. They got a great staff, great players, and so it's been a cool couple days, and looking forward to Saturday. So open up to any questions you may have.
You weren't worried about Riley because of how well he kicked the ball, but I guess how reaffirming is it when he's knocking 65 yards in the game after?
Yeah. So that just reaffirms what we had seen in practice, and it's good to have that reinforcement. And not only did that happen, against the Niners, 48.5-yard net, which would easily lead the league. He did a great job hitting the ball today and yesterday. So that's what we've seen, and looking forward to seeing that again on Saturday night.
Teams are going to do with pop-up kicks. Do you think they're going to try to land them closer to like the 20 rather than the 5?
I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Right now when I go through the tape, there's not a whole heck of a lot of teams that are fair catching the ball in the field of play to take it out to the 25. That may change when we get into the season. In regard to the way the ball is delivered, there may be teams out there that try to kick the line drive on the ground to force the other team to return the ball. But as you saw against Arizona, Prater lines up. He hits he's playing Plinko with our front line that hits the center, right? And we get the ball at the 45. So sometimes hitting that ball on the ground is a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder to do than it is, than you may think. So I don't know. We'll see how it ends up shaking out as the season goes along.
It seemed there was a soft spot that Jaleel just kind of hesitated just a tad.
You're talking about his return? Yeah, excellent return for 44 yards. I think what you're talking about is when he did the Walter Payton high step along the left side. I grew up in Chicago, so the Payton reference is right there, where he could, turn that in and then bend it out just a little bit, maybe get some more yards. But really well blocked. If you watch the play, 85 for us. Alberto had a great block, and Jaleel to see the space was a good return. And that's one of those plays that set up points for us in that complimentary football that I talk about.
How about the in-betweener kickoff where he had to race up?
Yeah, I got to feel the ball. Mike, I'd almost say that's like a center fielder that didn't get the jump off the bat like, you'd want your center fielder for the Colorado Rockies. So young guy, learn from it, but the athletic ability has shown, and we're just interested to kind of expand his role a little bit. We did some coverage things with him, Jaleel specifically, the last 2 days, and he's shown ability there. So he's more of a kick returner than a punt returner, but that one that you're talking about, just that's a great lesson learned on the tape, and we just got to get a better jump on that ball. I think he had a good week. And I think that the last couple of days with the Rams has been improved. So Saturday will be a big night for him.
I think we've all been seeing Montreal. We want to see him get something big happening, and we saw a little bit Saturday night. What do you see from him in return?
Yeah, so we've got some depth there. Marvin obviously is coming back. We talked about the injury before. It was good to get him out there catching the ball. Marvin is a punt returner, kick returner, can do both, and Montreal can do it, and he's shown that athletic ability. So it's good to have some options at that spot, and I'm excited about where those guys go.
Beyond what Riley does in the hang time and how is the punt protection, punt coverage so far?
Yeah, that's what's really the punt coverage and the coverage and the protection is coming along well. That is what's really neat about these joint practices, because you can test that in a controlled environment. Sometimes when you're playing games, you may only punt the ball twice, right? So, hey, how many punts are you going to get? How many kickoff returns are you going to get? So we can control that here. The Rams did a great job of testing our protection. And so you're just gaining more reps. But so far it's been good.
With my uneducated eyes, it was consistent. Those 8 reps that you had in terms of punt coverage. Is that kind of how you saw it?
Well, today we did mostly what we'd call our pooch area punt. So from the coverage aspect, we just to save legs. We're in the grind of the training camp. We moved our flyers or our gunners up so that they could work the end of the play, and it also ended up working the returner. So that's where these joint practices allow us to control that environment and get the work that we need.
Last question, Eric.
With roster cuts coming up, what's your process of working both with Mike and the coaching staff, front office, of advocating for certain guys?
Yeah, there's continuity of effort there. We have staff meetings regularly where that is a dynamic process where we're talking about the roster. Obviously, after this last, preseason game, those talks will intensify, but there's a handful of positions out there that, that special teams plays an important role in. So, it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out over the next week.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Okay, guys, thanks.